Hi folks, Dan here of GroundedTech. Today we're taking a look at the sequel to the best-selling Android phone of 2021, and that is the Samsung Galaxy A13, with a quick unboxing and overview for the guys at Direct Mobiles. So let's dive straight in. So first up, you can see the packaging is rather slim, which means no charging brick in the box. You do get a cable and a SIM ejector tool. Any charger you've had previously will work fine, but be aware that you will need to add buying one to your budget if you don't have one already, as is the case with a lot of phones these days. So onto the phone itself, and there is a lot to like. We've got a big 6.6-inch 1080p IPS LCD display with Gorilla Glass 5. We've also got a large 5000 mAh battery. There's a 50 megapixel f1.8 main camera sensor, and there's a few photos here for you as well to have a look at, just to give you an idea. As you can see, the colours are quite natural looking and there's plenty of detail. This is a nice upgrade over the A12 and competes with some of Samsung's mid-range options. There's a side-mounted fingerprint reader and face unlock, both of which are nice and quick. We've also got microSD card support, plus what I always love to see, a headphone jack. We've got a plastic body that is light, durable, and comfortable to hold. You also get long-term software support from Samsung with 2 major software updates and 4 years of security updates. But there is one major downside to this phone, and that's the performance. You can definitely game on something like Candy Crush, but if you want to try something like Pokemon Go, as you can see here, it honestly feels like it's running about 10 FPS, so I wouldn't try that. It's kind of choppy to say the least, but if you're not fussed about a lack of power and you just want the basics covered from a brand that you trust, then this phone is still a good option. The upside to that lack of power, however, is that you'll get stellar battery life, and you can likely get a couple of days out of the phone before you need to charge it again, which is a good job really, because it only has support for 15-watt charging. The ultra-wide and macro lenses aren't great, but this is a budget phone after all, and it's still nice to have that versatility. The selfie cam does lack detail, it's a little bit soft, but as I always say, use the main sensor instead. Once you get used to using that, and using the volume keys to take the picture, you'll get much better images, as you can see right here. Sorry about my face. So this is the front-facing camera on the Samsung Galaxy A13. This is limited to 1080p 30, and of course we've got no image stabilization here as far as I can tell, just like on the rear cams. And here's some rear camera video footage with audio. Bring it here then. One issue that I found when I was out taking pictures and video around the park the other day is that the A13 does not have an ambient light sensor. So as you can see here, shining the torch on it from my other phone, it doesn't react at all. Whereas when I reverse it and do it to the other phone, the screen brightens up as you would expect. So one thing that I would say with this phone is to have the brightness set at 50% minimum at all times. Don't even bother with adaptive brightness because it doesn't really work very well. Just a single speaker on this phone, and to be fair, it does still sound pretty decent and gets fairly loud. So here's a quick test. There's no 5G on this model either, but there is a 5G model available if that is of interest to you. Overall, it's a solid phone with plenty of features and a pretty usable main camera. They could really just do with a little bit more power, but it covers the basics quite well. If you need better performance, there are a bunch of other budget options out there to look at. Thanks for watching, and if there's anything else that you would like to know or see about the Samsung Galaxy A13, drop a comment below and we'll get back to you. Take care, I'll see you in the next one.